What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the walkthrough. So today we're going to head back to Brume Tower, Fire DLC, and we're going to pick up right where we left off. And I got to put my regular headgear back on, just my little hat, because we had that witch veil on for the curse resistance. We're actually going to equip it later on in this episode for another area that has some curse in it as well. But for now, back to our normal stuff. Okay, so remember at the end of the previous episode, we had unlocked a shortcut that linked to this area. So this is the shortcut. We open up this gate by pulling this lever. So now we're going to go back through and proceed forward. So what we want to do now is go across this big chain. And through this fog gate. At the end of this hall, so this is a little bit dark. We got these enemies. These enemies can light themselves on fire, and they can blow up. When they're on fire, when you get near them, they can blow themselves up. Now, they'll do a lot of damage to you if they blow up, but then they also do damage to other enemies around them if they blow up, so it kind of helps. When you see them, if they're on fire and you see them start to glow, you're going to want to run away, because you want to get away from their explosion, because it will hurt quite a bit. And these little things here, you can actually light them on fire. And you see all that oil on the floor, they stay lit. It brings a little bit of light to this place, so it's not so dark up in here. A bunch of these guys over here, they like to belly flop on you. Fortunately, with our weapon, we got quite a bit of range, and see, we're hitting like 3 of them at the same time because these guys are large and they have a big hitbox, so it helps. All right, at the end of this hall here, some petrified dragon bones, and so now right here we're gonna spawn an invader on the bottom floor. We're gonna drop down in just a bit to get this. There's an item right there we're gonna get, but first, we're going to go all the way to the bottom and get the invader. Kind of annoying. It's a bit shifty. There we go. Once we get our routine in place, then... Maybe not. Rated blows there. Gonna heal up. Oh, how did I miss? And she is... quite dodgy. Oh, my hammer's at risk. Okay, let's repair. I am fighting an invader after all. These invaders eat up the durability for whatever reason. And take advantage of my need for repairing. There we go. One more hit should do. Perfect. Yeah, she moves around a lot. So we're going to climb back up the ladder. Then, as I said, we're going to drop down to kind of this midpoint. It's just a drop. Line yourself up. Take a little bit of damage there. Got some more of these enemies here. I'm going to be careful not to fall off. There we go. And here we got some dried root. Not the best loot in the world, but hey. Alright, so now pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to go through all these doors. Some of them have enemies, some of them have items. But we'll go through all of them. And I'm going to use fire arrows to light these things, so we got a little bit more light down here. Go. That one's already lit. So you see, that's kind of a trap. So open that door and back away. So this one's already on fire, but see, I'm going to see if I can trigger the explosion. See if you're close. They'll blow up. They have to already be on fire to blow up. All right, so this is the progression route. So bear that in mind. This might be the door with just enemies in it, no items. Yeah, this is just 2 doors that connect, and there's enemies inside. Alright. Behind here, Twinkling Titanite, and Recollection, which is important. Recollection is a spell needed for the trophy, and there's an ambush in here. One of these witches. Very annoying, they can teleport. Kind of waits for you to take the bait there, take those items, and then she pops up. Alrighty, and finally. So make sure you pick up that recollection spell. You're gonna need it if you're going for all the trophies. And kaboom! Nothing behind here. Alright, so now we're going to go to this first door over here that has the ladder down. And heal up. All the way down. And then these big metal doors. There are a bunch of exploding dudes in here, which can be used to our advantage because they can blow up and kill each other. But this room is dangerous. Can explode. There we go. Hammer's at risk again. Alright, see if we can take these guys out here. There we go. And any more drops out here? Nope. Alright, cool. So this is very important. Extremely important. Here we have the Scorching Iron Scepter. Which... let's see. Is it my normal inventory? Or is it a... I forget where it is in the inventory, but it is very important. What it does is it activates this entire tower. So we put it in to a there's a slot for it right next to the bonfire. And it activates all the elevators and whatnot. I thought it was a key item, but I guess it's not. Oh, I wasn't looking at my key items, that's why. Yeah. I was looking at my upgrade stones. Oh yeah, Scorching Iron Scepter, a scorching hot iron scepter used to activate the contraptions, transferring heat to Brume Tower when the old Iron King... Right, oh, there's an enemy on this elevator. Whoops, my bad. Forgot that there's an enemy on that elevator. Gotta pull it again. That's fine. Come on. I'll read it on the way up to the elevator. On the way up the elevator after I kill the dude that's on there. 3 hits. There we go. When the old Iron King wrested this dilapidated region from the Kingdom of Ven, the act required all the resources the enfeebled lord could muster, but with the discovery of this iron-producing miracle, he was reborn as a powerful leader. So a little bit of background on the old Iron King. We fought him as a boss, actually. Way earlier in the game, in the Iron Keep. So this is where they used to go to obtain iron. Like it was a resource here, and they, I guess, mined it. The ore. And we drop down. And that's why there's so much ash here. And we're back to where we were before. So now we got to go back across this chain and we're going to insert the scepter. And it is going to do big things for us. Alternatively, we could have just used the feather. Alright, so here's where you insert the scepter. Again, that door is locked. We're going to go through it later. I'm actually going to rest, because I've used my repair miracles, or spells, rather. I think it's a sorcery, not a miracle. Get my durability back, my Estus back. Okay, so now there are multiple elevators. There are some that go down and some that go up. So we're actually going to go up first. That one goes down, this one goes up. And so we're going to ride this. There's actually going to be a spot that we want to jump off part way up. And it's right here. Ugh, there we go. There's a lizard here. So get it. There we go. 3 chunks and a slab. And in here we got 2 bright bugs. So from here we are going, it's probably best just to warp back to the bonfire. Because you can go back to the elevator and try to like time your jump on it correctly, but you can fall off. So we are going back to the elevator that takes us up. This time we're actually going to ride it further up. Catch it. And take it all the way up. Now, this elevator here is operational. So we're going to go back to some places we've been before, but now that these elevators are operational, there's more stuff. So if you mash on this wall, there's actually a secret door that we just opened up. So we're going to ride the elevator back down. We're gonna get a secret door. That gate is also locked. We're gonna go through there later. Through here. We have hollow skin, which is some armor. Now we're gonna ride this elevator all the way up. And on the left side, I mentioned there's that door that's locked, so we're gonna go to the right side. Here, there's another horse head. You can smack it. And it moves just like the other ones did. Bunch of enemies in here. Surprised that guy didn't blow up. So in this little alcove to the right, we have lacerating knives. I'm gonna blow him up, so he doesn't cause problems for us. Oh wait, what the heck? Okay, that is bizarre. Are you even... Oh, I guess he hasn't been triggered yet. If the enemy's not aggroed, like the barrel doesn't exist, allegedly. Okay. And so now... roll on through. We're gonna go upstairs. There's another horse head. Just smack it. And there are way more enemies up here. This is the dangerous room. Okay, gonna blow this one up. Don't want the trap. See all those guys? I'm gonna. Fortunately, the firehead got a lot of them for me, so I'm just gonna. Oh, these my arrows are doing nothing to these guys. Okay, never mind. There's someone be fighting all these guys at once. So, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna fight these one by one. I don't want to fight a big group of them. Ooh, I didn't knock him over. They got some nasty combos. Okay, some dudes hidden. Fortunately, that one was already hurt by the fire. Horse head. Alright, those guys go down pretty easy. Yeah, very dangerous all the way up here. Nothing in there. Roll through. Once the fire goes away. And that's a drop down back to where we were. But inside here, this is very important. We got ourselves 4 smelter wedges. So we picked up 10 so far. That gets us, that allows us to defeat all but one of the Ashen Idols. We get 1 more wedge from one of the bosses. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. So we've already been here, right? That elevator that took us up took us all the way back up here where we've been before. Alright, so here we're gonna use this elevator to cross over to the other side of the pathway because we have not been over here before. This was not accessible to us earlier. Alright, so here there's a giant, one of those giant enemies that's being healed by a Ashen Idol. So what we want to do is wait for him to go away. So there's several doors here. I think it's the 3rd door we want to open that has the idol inside of it. You see the one that has the glowing aura? Open this door. We're going to use a wedge immediately. Use the wedge. Fortunately, we have iframes. And then we're gonna so that aura that she's emitting will heal the enemy. So we want to make sure that, you know, we're not allowing him to be healed. I need to fight him. Ooh. Was not ideal. Need to heal up. Then we'll go back and get the soul fragment in just a sec. Fortunately, I mean, these guys do a lot of damage, but fortunately, they're pretty slow. There we go. So make sure you pick up the soul fragment from the statue. In this chest, we have a life ring plus 3. And all these doors kind of have little knickknacks behind them. Some flame butterflies. Night shards, petrified something, and broadsword plus 7. And back here, there's nothing. All right, so now that elevator that we crossed over, we're going to ride it up. And then drop here in the middle. This is going to take us somewhere we've kind of been before. We've been in this room, but you're on the other side of that metal gate there. That metal gate right there. So now we can actually go in this room. Is this guy getting hurt by the fire? He's hitting me with his bow. Yeah, there he goes. He's not too bright. Oftentimes he'll come over here and just fight me normally, but I'll let him do that to himself. All right, so you can actually hit the statue and it rotates back away. you could get... Oh, dadgummit. I was trying to get the item, but oh well. And that sucks because there was actually a shortcut to a bonfire that we were about to open up. But fortunately, it's not too hard to get back to this spot. Then literally the next step is to get a short... I probably should have unlocked shortcut first. Oh well. And I'll make myself human. Alright, just waiting on the elevator. All the way up. And then the elevator that we want is this one. There we go. And we're back. Got to get those souls back. Oh, I'm getting smacked. All right. Good riddance. So now we can go around. This door here is the shortcut that I wanted. This takes us back to the second bonfire right here. So also, I'm gonna take a little bit of damage here. It's very poor execution on my part trying to get that item. Oh well. Open up the door. And over here is the Simpleton's Ring. Basically makes you, I think it makes you invisible when you roll. Now we're going to go back outside to that elevator and we're going to write it down. Missed it. And on the way down, there's going to be kind of a drop to the right. Nothing all the way up. So when it goes down, there's a little drop to the right that we're going to try to get. I might wait for it to go back up. Yeah, that's the drop that we want. I'm going to wait for it to go back up. And then we'll walk off. There we go. Okay, we got the Pilgrim's Spawn Tune. So now I'm going to warp back to our bonfire. And then we're going to take the elevator down. Which is right in front of us. I should have rested at the bonfire to get my Estus flask back. That's fine. Okay. This door is locked. It's actually the door that's going to take us to the challenge path in one of the bosses. Oof. It's rough. Not going to lie. Alright, so there are a bunch of fire barrel dudes here. I'm just gonna blow them up to get rid of the risk of something happening. And this area is a bit dodgy. There's one more. There's a bunch of the giant dudes here. Well, there's 3 of them, I think. And they can... If you're not careful, they can gang up on you. So let the first one spawn, then kind of stay in this little nook over here. Because if you go too much further out, more of them are going to spawn, and it's going to go bad. These guys are difficult enough. Fighting one at a time. You don't want to be fighting multiples. Ooh. I was going to use his hammer there, but he did not. Keep getting hit by that backswing. And for the win. There we go. So a bunch of these Ash guys. Remains. Then there are items along the way as well, but you need to be careful as more enemies are going to spawn. There's another one. So I'm going to kind of lure him back because I don't want to spawn the other one. Oh, they're fast. Here we go. Go pick up the Skeptic Spice. Got a bunch of items here. All the stuff. There's one more that's going to spawn. There he is. So yeah, I don't want to be fighting 2 or 3 of these at once. So be careful. Oh geez, I got hit by his fire and couldn't dodge. All right, there we go. There's all of them. No, we get the loot. Iron resin, twinkling titanite. And here we have the tower key, which those 3 doors that I mentioned that are locked, the tower key unlocks them. Okay, so now we're going to warp back to the bonfire. And we're going to put that tower key to good use. So there's a door that's locked right by the bonfire. And there is another Ashen Idol in there that curses the area. So we need to put the Black Witch Veil back on to up our curse resist. Now there's going to be a bunch of enemies in there that are buffed and immune to dying because the witch is buffing them. So the first order of business is to go in there and get the Ashen Idol. This is going to be a big room. It kind of has 2 hallways perpendicular to where we're running straight from here. You're going to go all the way to the back to the second hallway and turn left. And then kind of make a U-turn to a door. That's where the idol is. So run all the way to the back. This is the first hallway. We don't want it. We want the second hallway to the left. Through the door. And then destroy the idol. This will make all the enemies vulnerable. You see they're covered in ash, which means they're buffed. We don't want that. Now we're also in a bad spot with this room here. And we're probably going to die. Yep. That's fine. Because once you kill the idol's gone. And, you know, we have company in this room here. So, yeah. And it's actually possible for Forlorn, on top of all the enemies in here, it's also possible for Forlorn to invade you in that room. So, do beware. But now that we've got the idol, we can actually just kill the enemies normally, which is helpful to us. Very high density of enemies in here, though. Now we can actually be a bit more methodical on how we take them out. As opposed to fighting them all at once inside of a tiny room. Alright, get away from this thing. There we go. Perfect. Now let's go back, get our souls and our soul fragment, which is very important. All right, so got some large shards. Now all the way across. This is important. This treasure chest has Fire Snake, which is a spell you need for the trophy. then to the right. Got some old Radiant Life gems. And then you can go over here. There's nothing in here. We got all the goodies down here. Plus another Ashen Idol, which is good for us. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back down this elevator. And we do have the key to that door I pointed out earlier, to the challenge area. We're not going to do that yet. That's probably going to be the last thing that we do in this DLC. What we're going to do now is there's another elevator that takes us down here. We're going to ride all the way down to the bottom. And this is another spot where you can jump off. There's two kind of platforms you can land on. There's one that you have to jump off to, which gets you an extra item. And then there's one that, I mean, if you go here, it's the progression route. But you get to the progression route either way, but you get an extra item if you jump off to this one. That's what we're going to do. So jump. Inside of here, we get the strength ring. And this is basically just a progressive drop down type of situation. So there are enemies on the way down, so just beware. And there are also collapsible floors. So through this door here is, if we didn't jump off, we just went to the other platform. That's where you go through. Drop. So get the plunge on this one. There we go. So see right here where it's kind of crumbled, that will collapse the floor, and you fall. You can fall all the way through. So I suggest not triggering those collapsible floors. Just take the normal way down. There's another collapsible floor. We're gonna take the drops that already are revealed. So you collapse through there, you just fall. You can fall all the way. Oh, I missed. Up this item, partisan +6. Again, there's a collapsible floor, but we're going to drop here on this ledge. We got another big boy here. This guy's tough. This guy's real tough. He's got a giant mace. I thought that was going to be a double swing. Got bleed on that mace. Kind of regroup here. Oh, I got the fire knocking me out of my hit. All right, and dead. All right, so down this path, there's going to be enemies that are buffed. We'll note that they're covered in the ash. So I don't even bother fighting them. What we want to do here is down this hallway, there's a treasure chest. For the sorcery clutch ring. And grab it and go. Then run down. This is where just kind of hug the wall around to the right, and this takes us to where we want to go. Then we want to take this elevator down. Say goodbye to these guys. All right, so there's going to be 4 Ashen Idols down here. And 2 giants. But there's also a bonfire. So the bonfire is what we're going to prioritize first. We're going to go straight to the bonfire here. To the right. So ignore all enemies. Through the fog is actually the boss. Let's go all the way to the end here to the right. Hit our bonfire. And rest. You notice we can summon here. We can summon Steelheart Ellie. And so these Thing about these idols, there's 4 of them down here. These idols will actually heal the boss if you leave them, which is why I said save your wedges. I said save your wedges because you want to make sure that you have enough to get all 4 of these so the boss can't heal in the middle of the fight. I think actually the way that we're doing this, we're gonna have 1 left over anyways. We did leave that first one intact. But we'll come back and get it later. No worries at all. There is 1 more beyond these 4. There is 1 more that we didn't get already. That we'll be getting in the next episode. We're gonna go on and use a wedge here. Pick up this item. Then I guess we already got the fragment, that one. Okay. Other enemy spawns. Ooh, that's Matt. Oh, I was trying to hit him and guess I was out of stamina because I wasn't swinging when I pressed my attack button. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, break up all the ashes here. Another summon. All right, so these ones don't have the giants next to them. We can just use the wedges and move on with our lives. So yeah, I want to make sure you get all 4. Is that the aura that these things emit actually carries over? That's the boss room, actually carries over into the boss room. And so if the boss goes into any of these corners, it'll heal. And that is no bueno. Again, we should have 1 wedge left. Let's check. Yes, we do have 1 left. We want to make sure that we have it because we intentionally skipped the first one. There's 1 on the way to the next boss. So if you just use your last one here, you would not have the 1 left to use on the way to the next boss, which is a more difficult one in my opinion to deal with. Again, that's why we kind of left that 1 at the beginning, and then we're going to come back for it later. So that's all we're going to do for now. In the next episode, we're going to fight ourselves a couple of bosses, including the one that was right in front of us just now.
Bearer until...
So I'll level up Vigor, I guess. That'll work. And we'll pick things right back up next time with 2 bosses in the next episode and then 1 boss in the episode following. And then we'll be done with Fire DLC. And then after that, it is time for the Winter DLC. So that'll be lots of fun as well. So anyways, appreciate y'all hanging with me this far. Gosh, this is like what I think episode 44. So this has been a long series. Dark Souls 2 is a massive game. But it's a lot of fun. And I think it's a lot of unnecessary hate. Despite its flaws, I think it is a great game. So anyways, hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. We'll catch you next time. Stay tuned.